Second down and 9. Barrett back to pass. Plenty of time. Looking across the middle for Brennan in the end zone. That's a touchdown. 17 yards. Ryan Brennan Sterling strikes first, 6-0.
Well, you got to like this play on a lot of different fronts. First off, C.J. Barrett was steady, got back there, had time to throw, set the feet, threw a strike right to Ryan Brennan. Offense got going. And as we look at this replay right here, you see Barrett set his feet, and a good job to have poise to set your feet, make the throw. Was under a little bit of pressure, was about to get hit, but threw a perfect strike to Brennan. But getting back to what I was saying, you had that first game of the season where they went against Woodbury, didn't get the offense going to the second half, and midway through the second half, the Woodbury defense was gassed.
Quick to the line is Overbrook. From the shotgun again is Wyatt. Wyatt passes out to the right, complete to Matthews. Matthews down the near sideline, gets a block. Down the sideline he goes, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. A 41-yard touchdown from Wyatt to Matthews, and just like that, Overbrook an extra point away from tying it.
Well, this spread offense hits a lot of areas of the field. You see the quick throw to the outside. This is where you've got to make a play. Two defenders set right there to make a play, get thrown off by the move, and Matthews goes upfield for the touchdown. That's right, but they bought the fake, and Matthews got that little bit of room, showed acceleration going up the right side.
Extra point is blocked and no good, and that may be a huge factor. We've seen this time and time again, Jules, in the decade that we've been doing games, the importance of a strong kicking game.
Well, especially when you're looking at a game that right now looks to be a back-and-forth matchup with Sterling scoring on their first drive, and obviously Overbrook coming down, striking quickly. You never know what a missed extra point could, or when it could hurt you, especially as you get towards the end of the game. They're all important.
So you take a look at the replay here. Sterling going to trot back out on the field. Damon Matthews at speed down the sideline, had all day on that one. From their own 45-yard line. Barrett going to hand it off. This is Lorenzo Bay trying to get the corner. He makes a corner, and he is tackled, pushed out of bounds. Almost a horse collar tackle there, as Perry Thomas got his hands around the back of his neck, but let it go just in time.
If I'm pulling and I'm blocking, I want a kid like Larry Bay or Lorenzo Bay or Charles Nam Carter behind me, because I don't have to hold my blocks up too long. Those kids are so quick, can get to the edge so quickly that you just use your speed, you adjust a little bit, just like that, Bay's able to get the first down.
Second down and 7 from the 40, under 4 to play. 7-6 Sterling on the blocked extra point. Barrett going to pitch it to Naomi Carter, and he drops it, and I believe Overbrook falls on it. Overbrook has it, and the first miscue of the game goes in favor of the Rams. I don't think Naomi Carter even saw that coming.
That looked like, I mean, that's the play. They've got the play where they get the ball deep in the backfield, then accelerate up. He accelerated into the pitch right there, just wasn't able to get his hands on a tough break. And this again, you know, we saw from the first time, the first series of downs, that Overbrook obviously has a very explosive offense, and you don't want to turn the ball over to them.
Overbrook in great field position at their own 42-yard line. Going to have 1st and 10 for Overbrook from the Sterling 14, and keeping himself is Wyatt. Wyatt's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown run gives Overbrook the lead, 12-7.
And this is one of the big things with this spread offense. You've got 2 receivers on each side out to the outside. You've got to have defensive backs out there covering them. You can't utilize safeties or defensive backs to come up as run stoppers. And Wyatt, as a running quarterback, takes advantage of that, gets the ball, sees the opening to the left side.
As the extra point this time is low, and again, no good. And an odd score here, 12-7 with 2:07 remaining.
2:07 left in the first quarter. Score is the Overbrook Rams 12 and the Sterling Knights 7.
Just an unfortunate one that looked very close to not being over the line.
Barrett back to pass again. Nice catch by Ryan Brennan for the first down right at the 45. Right on cue, C.J. Barrett connects with Ryan Brennan, and the sophomore strikes again.
Well, the previous throw was a strike that Brennan wasn't able to come up with, but what a great job by Ryan Brennan here. I think the biggest thing I like about this play was his ability to see the ball being thrown behind him, adjust in midair, and really make a great catch.
1st and 10 for Sterling at their own 45-yard line. The Ram 23. Barrett back to pass, being flushed, hit as he throws, and it is caught at the 10-yard line. That's complete to Nick Furlow at the 10. And they still have to get to about the 5 for a first. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 5.
And another great throw by C.J. Barrett. You like the first part of the throw where he set the feet, was under pressure, threw it in a tight spot. Coverage wasn't that bad. The ball was right to the exact spot it needed to be.
Excuse me, it's a 2nd down, 3rd and 9, ball on the 20. Wyatt going to look to screen, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Wyatt wisely hangs on to it. Naoni Carter in on the tackle, as well as Lamar Price.
Talk about reading a play and doing what you have to do. That was the screen set up to the left side. Great coverage on the screen.
40 seconds remaining. Sterling, 1st and goal. Handed off right up the middle. And close to the end zone. Is he in?
Touchdown.
Yes! A 10-yard touchdown run for Sammy Messina. Sterling takes the lead.
That'll be Sammy Messina's 2nd touchdown of the year.
Yeah, there's not much you can say that you've already said about Sammy Messina. Getting the ball right here, cutting back, and really, he's had runs where he's been hit early, was in traffic, wasn't necessarily hit. Guys, the thing I like about that run is instead of putting his head down, kept his head up, kept his eyes looking, saw a little bit of a seam off to that left side, readjusted a little bit within that run, and was able to get those extra yards, get that extra acceleration to get in for 6.
The extra point is up, and that's a close one, and it is no good. So it's a 1-point Sterling edge with 30.9 remaining. Nobody can kick field goals tonight. I guess we did all that in the tailgate.
Yeah, and that looked like a real nice block, an old-fashioned pancake block. I believe that was Chris Wittenberg.
The students here at Sterling High School have raised.
Here in the middle, pushing. Yeah, you see Chris Wittenberg, number 50, taking his man about 4 yards into the defensive backfield and just putting him on his back. And there's one-on-one battles that you win if you're a kid who spends a lot of time in the wrestling room, a sport that's really centered on leverage. And you saw Wittenberg right here, number 50, adjust, make the one block, peel off that, go to the next level. And it's Pancake City right there. Great job by Chris Wittenberg up front. And, Sammy Messina's having a great night, and I'm sure he'd be the first one to compliment the job you're seeing by the guys.
1st and 10 from midfield for the Rams. DeShields on the carry, loses the ball. Sterling jumps on it. Sterling falls on it. It's Sammy Messina on the recovery.
Well, you have to think, and we talked about this throughout that first half. Defensively, neither team's able to consistently stop the other team's offense, and this game is going to be turned around on either a big play defensively or a turnover, and you see the turnover right there. And Sterling gets the ball with pretty good field position here.
Pitch goes to Bay. Bay cross the 20, cross the 10, and pushed out of bounds. Approaches the 5-yard line down to 7. 1st and goal for Sterling.
Resulting in a nice 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Knights at the 8-yard line.
The pitch was back to Bay, but boy, he squared his shoulders up.
Cena 5'10", 175, and they're going to give it to him as he is. And it's Lorenzo Bay on the touchdown. From a yard out, Lorenzo Bay increases the Sterling lead.
It's Lorenzo Bay's 1st touchdown of the year.
Yeah, and a good job up front. You saw Jake Ott there really crashed down and took out the turnover, getting the ball at midfield. And you saw a little bit of everything. Didn't see the pass in that drive, but didn't need it. You were getting yards up the middle, yards to the outside. You saw a little bit of the Bay brothers, a little bit of Carter, Sammy Messina, and that's all you really needed to do what you had to do to chew up a lot of time, wear down the defense, and probably a factor that's more important than anything, or as important as anything, is the fact that you kept the Overbrook offense off the field. And this is the type of offense when you're talking about
could be the last play of the 3rd quarter. And it is DeShields on the carry for the touchdown.
Matthews with the carry and is in for a
Marquez
touchdown.
DeShields on the carry.
Touchdown Rams.
And it's a 3-yard touchdown run. His
Well,
first of the night.
After that last series, they had a 3-and-out. Sterling defense did a great job, but you give them new signs of life and give them a great opportunity getting the ball on the Sterling 23-yard line. We're looking at a 2-point conversion.
Huge 2-point conversion here. Wyatt in the shotgun, looking to pass. Has a man across the middle, incomplete. Thrown behind the intended receiver. I believe that's number 19, James Alber. And it's 20-18 at the end of the third.
Now that's a huge missed conversion right there. And Sterling right now, as you look at this play right here, just thrown behind him, just has to continue to get this